Hey everybody, it's Jasmine here with another look at some of the relationship struggles that Corona has plagued us with. Again, I have some suggestions for how these situations could be improved. I am obviously very qualified for this job. Alrighty then, let's take a look at our first victims. So, our first post says, my fiance and I have been together for about 5 years now. We've lived together for 4 of those. He's kind, gentle, funny, and thoughtful, and I've always been stricken by how we seem to be on the same wavelength. I don't often feel that way around other people, and even though I'm plenty sociable, likable, I have trouble convincing myself to get out of my own head and do solo activities to go around others. I think this is a big problem for both of us, especially with COVID and not being able to go outside because of wildfires. I'm feeling claustrophobic with how frequently he's just around. He'll come up to talk to me while I'm in the middle of reading and drawing and feeling focused, and then I'll get frustrated or he'll get sad that I'm not more interested in, or that I want to spend a day to myself. I just find it so hard to refocus when I'm interrupted. It's gotten to the point where I'm wasting a lot of time on my phone because I know I can stop and start that easily. But it's messing with my attention span and my ability to be doing meaningful stuff. I also just love my alone time and need it to feel recharged. He seems to recharge by hanging out with me, and I feel guilty, but I'm just not the same way. I don't mind us being in the same room and doing our own thing. In fact, I really like it, but we've struggled with that too. Adding to this, we have both recently been diagnosed with ADD, inattentive type. We've both had depression and anxiety for most of our lives. My fiance isn't working, and I'm working 12 hours overnight shift to support us. Our ability to handle rejection and express our needs and trust in hearing the other say yes or no is eroded. He gets excited to see/hang out with me, and I am just so tired, or else I want to spend my energy doing my own thing. He feels rejected. I feel resentful that I can't go do without him feeling upset and wanting to talk it out. I want to as well, then I still end up not recharging. I love him and I know he loves me. We get each other, except when it comes to boundaries around time and space. I'm writing this because after spending the afternoon together talking and then the evening watching a movie until he fell asleep, I told him I wasn't quite ready for bed. He felt sad because he wanted to cuddle. I can't seem to express, hey, I want to take care of something solo now, with him being able to hear that. He stayed moody and upset, rejection, sensitive dysphoria, and it's such a downer for me that I'm sleeping in the other room after I'm done doing my own thing, which to be honest is soured now. I'm not really sure how to end this, but yeah, happy to provide more details or whatever is needed. I'm mostly looking for perspective on how to advocate for yourself and your partner, how to have conversations around more regularly scheduling time and routine together versus apart when you're cohabiting, and how to deal when asking for some space upsets your partner and they want comfort, but you just want to do your own thing. So this is not an uncommon problem even outside of the corona pandemic and wildfires. Many couples face having different needs in a relationship. Some people need more time apart than the other. A successful relationship requires working together to make sure that both partners are having their needs met. From what the poster has written, it sounds as though she hasn't expressed her desire for alone time before these situations arise. It's not enough to say to your partner after they have interrupted you that you need to not be interrupted. You need to have a calm discussion beforehand about what your needs are and hopefully come to an agreement on when you will have time to yourself. For example, you could say, I need 2 hours after lunch to read a book uninterrupted. Afterwards, we can spend time together. This may be upsetting for the partner in the beginning, but most people will come to respect those boundaries, especially if their needs for quality time is being met afterwards. Woohoo! One relationship saved from corona. Hit me with the next one. So a quick backstory. I originally come from one country in Europe, but my college is in a different one. They're not too far away from each other, and after 6 months I finally got to go back and start school, or so I thought. The day arrived, I decided to immediately do a COVID test at the station I arrived at. In my home country you can only do the test if you have symptoms, but in this country you can do it whenever for free. I didn't have to do the test. I did it out of responsibility to my school and my friends and loved ones here. I didn't expect the test was going to say anything other than negative, since I had no symptoms, did not come from a high-risk area, and had been keeping myself to the rules quite strictly. So you can imagine the shock when 3 days after the test, and seeing 2 of my closest friends after 6 months, I got tested positive. Obviously, I did all the right things. Stayed home, contacted my friends in school. My college is a private one with not more than 150 students. So the morning school was supposed to start, I got a call from the director himself, helping me out. Everyone has been lovely and supportive, but I can't help but feel as if I let my friends, family and loved ones down. My parents, 60 and 58-year-old, work at an elderly home, and one of them has asthma. My boyfriend, 24, is fine and showing no symptoms, like me. I can't help but feel bad, not about myself since I'm physically fine, but everyone I've put at risk. It's not just a case of feeling bad, I feel absolutely worthless, and every time I have to cancel on plans or tell another one of my loved ones that I've tested positive, I get a major anxiety attack on what their reaction will be. My whole class has been seeing each other, and most of them before getting their test results back, like I did, and everyone's told me they don't blame me, but I have put a bunch of people at risk. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I just need some mental support to get through this period of quarantining without wanting to throw myself out of the window before the end of it. I don't feel like I can go to any of my loved ones since I've already put the burden of staying home and getting tested in this hard time on them. I'm unsure on what to do with myself. I'm all alone in my apartment without anyone to talk to, and I still have another week to go. Please help me out. I just feel like a burden because I wasn't more careful, even though no one said I should wait at home for the results. The way that this post is written, it sounds like the poster is having some very serious difficulties with guilt and feelings of hopelessness. They even write that they need help to survive this time without throwing themselves out the window. I think that the poster needs to seek counselling as soon as possible, even if it's just by phone call. A lot of schools have free counselling services for their students, and this is the exact situation that the counsellors are there to help with. I would also recommend that if the poster has a good relationship with their parents, that they ask them for emotional support and to discuss the feelings of guilt and failure that they have. It's so obvious to us that the poster has done nothing wrong, but it seems that their mental state is not allowing them to see that. So hopefully with the help of a counsellor and the support of their family, they will be able to move past these feelings and begin to see the situation from a more objective standpoint. I really hope that everyone is reaching out to their loved ones and being open about how they are feeling, and in return listening to how others in their lives are feeling. This pandemic has shown that we need to be considerate of others and to be considerate of ourselves. Well, that's it for Reddit today. But last time I did one of these videos, I forgot to pick a dog of the day. So today we get 2 dogs. These grumpy fellas were spotted having morning tea with their mother in town. Unfortunately, there were no treats for them, which explains the downturned smiles. Better luck next time, guys. Give this video a thumbs up for our dog friends and come back for our next relationship roller coaster. Hey door!